President Trump, commenting on possible deals, talking about China and also talking about Iran earlier today. Let's take a listen.
China is becoming a very weakened nation, just as Iran has become a very weakened nation. And Iran wants to make a deal also.
Fox News military analyst Colonel David Hunt on whether or not we could see a deal with Iran or maybe even with China. But I did think it was interesting that he put the two together there. I don't know what it means maybe from a military perspective or national security perspective, or maybe it does tell us something that he's mentioning China and Iran in the same breath there. Did you make anything of that?
Yeah, well, the president said something. He's the most powerful man in the world. We all have to pay attention. I think Iran has got certainly more trouble economically. It's a smaller economy, and we've squeezed them very, very hard.
Yeah, put a lot of pressure on them.
We're also
is it working?
Yeah, we're also talking very aggressively after four ships were hit in the Straits of Hormuz. We know two were hit out of Yemen.
Yep.
Soldiers are moving, so there's a lot of pressure on Iran. China seems to be an economic issue. For that standpoint, from a security standpoint, we all have to appreciate that the government owns the majority of the businesses in China. The military and the intelligence community own a lot of businesses in China. So this is, it's going to be who blinks first. It's how much pain the American public can take, how much pain the government and the military in China can take.
Let me ask you one more question about China, then we will talk about Iran, which, to your point, is seemingly the much bigger issue military-wise. But how much of a national security threat, in your view, is China? You mentioned it seems to be an economic event or story, but how much of a national security concern is China right now?
Major. I mean, from a technology standpoint, they've been ripping us off for 40 years. I mean, they and Russia are very aggressive on coming after us in technology and interfering. They're also putting, man-made islands in the China Sea without any interference. It's a very aggressive country. They have a long-term look versus ours, which is normally short-term.
Yeah.
China's a concern. We have to pay a great deal of attention to them, and they're a huge trading partner, as we know.
Right. And on Iran, to put the two back together again, as you mentioned, there's been a lot of pressure put on the regime there from the Trump administration. Is all of that working? What's your take on how this is, played out over the last few weeks?
Economically, it's very hard on Iran, and it should be. Militarily, we've been in the war for 18 years in a global war on terror. We've got soldiers in the Middle East and Syria in combat, Iraq in combat, and certainly in Afghanistan. And we ought to be very reticent about figuring out whether we want to go in a fourth country that's 4 times bigger than Iraq militarily. But we certainly are moving ships and soldiers around and talking in a very rough manner about Iran.
Yep.
I hope we're not really thinking, as we were 18 years ago, about Iraq and Afghanistan, that we don't need that. We've got so much pressure we can continue to put on them economically. Combat is not something we should be considering with Iran.
Fair enough. Thank you for your analysis of that. Colonel Hunt, it's good to see you.